Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 9th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Monday out there so far. Everybody has a great Monday evening. Everybody can stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at Tropical Storm Cosme and Hurricane Barbara. Both of them were in the Eastern Pacific. That will continue to push on off to the north and west, and eventually kind of just fizzle out later on down the road. That other system has a 50% chance of development. You can see it trying to get itself organized over Central America and move into the Eastern Pacific. Also more scattered activity down in the Caribbean Sea, also across South America, the Atlantic coastal water, also across Puerto Rico, back into portions of Cuba. And also we got some activity in the Four Corners region from New Mexico to Colorado, all the way back to areas of Nevada and California, Mexico, South Texas. You got a cold front stretching from up here near Canada all the way through Kentucky back into portion of Mississippi and Louisiana. That will continue to push east, bring some showers and storms to the East Coast, maybe some severe weather between now and toward the end of the week. Scattered activity in the tropical Atlantic, and a little bit more activity in the Eastern Pacific as well. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, here is your Tuesday forecast. You can see we got thunderstorms and showers up here around Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Ottawa, Canada, Toronto, Canada, back over to Central Canada and Southwestern Canada. More activity from New Brunswick to Maine to New York State to portion of Pennsylvania to the Carolinas, D.C., the Florida Keys, all the way down towards Louisiana to Texas to Oklahoma to New Mexico to Colorado, Utah, Northern California, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, and a portion of North and South Dakota as well. Alright, we got some severe weather, some flash flooding and heavy rain over portions of southeast New Mexico and central and west Texas. You can see there's Barbara and Cosme over in the Eastern Pacific. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, here to look at your Wednesday forecast now. You can see we got some thunderstorms and showers from New Brunswick. Portions of New Brunswick to Maine to portion of New York State, over towards southeast Canada, around Ottawa, Toronto, also over towards Lake Huron, a little bit in Lake Superior, through Michigan, northern Michigan, also in Wisconsin, through the Dakotas, Montana, right on the Canadian-U.S. border, also into portions of Idaho, Oregon, to Utah, to New Mexico, to Texas, to Louisiana, the Northern Gulf, to the Florida Keys, through Florida, the Carolinas, and the Atlantic coastal waters. Some heavy rain, flash flooding over a portion of Arkansas and Oklahoma, and into Texas. So, alright, otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Wednesday. Alright, let's move on to the current watches warning advisory map of your location across the nation. And it's going to look something like this. As you can see, we got flash flood warnings, flood watches in effect. Also for a portion of New York State, down in a portion of Pennsylvania, and also northeastern West Virginia, northern Virginia region. Severe thunderstorm watches, warnings in effect for portions of Michigan, also in the portion of Pennsylvania, and also into areas of West Virginia. Then we got some severe thunderstorm warnings across southeastern areas of Virginia, also across portions of South Carolina and the coastal water, special marine warnings there as well. Also, we have some severe thunderstorm warnings, flash flood warnings, and flood advisory for southern Alabama. And then more over here in portions of New Mexico. And then we got some air quality alerts down here in portions of areas of Arizona, northern Michigan regions as well. Some special weather statements there also. River flood warnings also in effect for areas of Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, also in portions of Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and East Texas. And then we got some excessive heat warnings down here in portions of southern Nevada, also southern California. Also, we have a little bit up here in portions of Washington State with heat advisories there as well, stretching in portions of Idaho and Oregon and northern California with red flag warnings there as well. Alrighty, now we got around the Hawaiian Chain Island, looks good. Also around the Alaska region, also some small craft advisories there and gale warnings. Also inland areas of Alaska, special weather statement from Southern California up to Washington State, some small craft advisory gale warning, and a little bit along the South Carolina and North Carolina coast as well. Alright, let's move on to the severe weather outlooks for your Tuesday. And it's going to look something like this. Alright, general thunderstorm from Maine all the way down to the portion of New York State to the Carolinas, Florida, Florida Keys, to Alabama, back over towards areas of Grand Junction, to portion of Montana, to portion of northern areas of California around the Redding areas, Medford areas in the Oregon, marginal risk there, Great Falls toward Billings, another marginal risk, from La Crosse all the way down to portion of San Antonio to New Orleans, and then again from portions of southeast Georgia to Savannah all the way up to Philadelphia, including Charlotte and Columbia. You're included as well. There's that slight risk around the Fort Stockton area as well. The probability of a tornado looks like this. 2% pretty much in southwestern areas of Texas and the Fort Stockton and the southeastern areas of New Mexico. Damaging winds look like this. We have 5% pretty much across the board from Montana to California to Oregon to New Mexico to Texas, Louisiana, then Georgia to Carolinas up to Philadelphia. And large hail looks like this. Pretty much just over here in Montana, in that vicinity of southern Oregon, northern California, portion of New Mexico toward Louisiana, western Texas and southeastern areas of New Mexico. That's where this large hail looks to occur. Maybe baseball size hail to golf ball size hail is expected in some areas. Alright, let's move on to day number 3. And it's going to look something like this. Alright, we got a marginal risk over here from portion of Montana to Idaho to portion of Jackson, Wyoming, also down to Salt Lake City. Then from Midland, Texas to Brownsville, Texas, and then from Norfolk to Milwaukee, marginal risk, general thunderstorm from southeast North Carolina to the Florida Keys to Louisiana up towards areas of Montana, Idaho, portion of Oregon State as well. Probability is going to look like this. 5% over Texas. There it is from the coast from South Dakota, Nebraska, all the way into portion of Illinois and areas of Milwaukee area. And then from Montana to Wyoming to Salt Lake City over to Boise, Idaho regions as well. Alright, let's take a look at the Columbia, South Carolina weather radar. We're going to take a look at it. You can see we do have some severe thunderstorm warnings around the Greenwood area, stretching back into portion of Edgefield County. That will continue to push to the east and northeast. We got one over here in portions of Clarendon County, also southern Sumter County as well. Over here around the King Street area. That will continue to push away from the area. But we're going to have to watch these storms to the west because these storms here can't pack a punch as they continue to push east. So maybe some more severe thunderstorm warnings will be issued further east from Newberry to Camden to Columbia to Orangeburg to Barnwell, Aiken, Allendale, all the way down to Waltersboro, Sumter, Darlington, Cheraw. You may be included as well, but you can see a lot of activity around Asheville to Hickory to Spartanburg, like I said, to Newberry to Greenwood to Anderson, and also over in the PD region from Sumter to Darlington to portions of Georgetown down toward Charleston area as well. And all this activity will continue to push east northeast through the remainder of the evening and overnight hours. So it's going to be a stormy evening, so get ready, folks. Hope everybody enjoyed the weather because the only weather you got. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Monday evening, folks. Take care, and like I said, enjoy the weather because the only weather you got.